And one of the great shocks to me, and this sounds absurd, but it's true, was learning that narratives I saw being constructed by foreign governments for the purpose of propagandizing, lying to their own populations, were also happening in my country. I didn't really believe that was happening, but of course it was. And the US media was not different materially from the media in lots of other countries where the government tells you what to say. This is the story. This is what we're telling the people, and you go along with it. I did not believe that was happening in the United States. I didn't, and I worked there. I worked at CNN for many years. I had no idea that we were taking orders from the US government. And we were, and they all are. And, we have media freedom. We have the First Amendment. We have freedom of speech in the United States, and it does exceed the freedom in any other country. That is a fact. And I'm proof of that. I'm still a free man. So it is real. But so is the control. And it sounds naive. None of your listeners will believe me, but I really did not know that. And I learned it with the rise of Trump, and I've been shocked by it ever since.
من يقرر ما يقال وما لا يقال؟
Well, I don't think that there's a council. I don't think that there's a meeting. I don't think, the head of JP Morgan gets together with the Secretary of Defense and the president and decides what we're going to say. And Larry Fink calls in from BlackRock. I mean, that doesn't happen. But I think it's very clear to the heads of the largest media organizations what their biggest advertisers and shareholders and the people who run the government want to hear and what they don't want to hear, and generally where the lines are. So it is allowed you can have a debate about foreign policy, but you can't have a debate about the assumptions behind our foreign policy. Is it really a good idea to have NATO? What is the point of NATO? You are not encouraged to ask that. Why is Israel our greatest ally? Why? You are not allowed to ask that. Even asking the question is off limits, and so nobody does. I didn't for 30 years. I didn't think to. It's only when you ask those questions, which are very simple questions, they're not attacks, that's not hatred. Those are the most obvious of all questions. Why are we doing this? It's only when you ask those questions that you realize what the rules are.